my fully built, big turbo, bagged V8 Audi A4, and no, I am not done with it. Not even close. In early 2020, when we found out we'd be secluded to our homes indefinitely, and with car season basically put on hold, I decided it was time to try to take a leap and be one of the first to run a BOSS500 turbo kit on my A4 and document the journey. But little did I know that that journey would be a little bit longer than intended. Initially, I just wanted to run the turbo kit with a better flowing manifold and a better clutch. I already had a handful of supporting mods, so the idea was, let's go with the stock block. As long as the engine's healthy and we don't push it too far, it should be okay. Should be. Well, if you've been watching the series up until now, you know things didn't exactly go according to plan. Long story short, I lost a rod bearing during tuning. No, unfortunately, you can't just get a tune off the shelf from APR for this setup. It has to be custom, and I know people think so, but tuning did not have anything to do with what happened to the engine. It turned out that my engine was pretty unhealthy to begin with, and I just didn't know. Well, that only meant one thing: go big or go home. So to go with the big turbo setup, I decided I was finally just going to do it. I was going to do the build that I've been wanting to do for the last 3 years. This became a massive and expensive undertaking. Any part that could be replaced, I replaced. Any part that could be upgraded, I upgraded. And in the end, I have a fully built Audi TFSI engine capable of probably around 600 horsepower. Not that I'll get there, but it's capable of it. And of course, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows putting this car together. For one, it was extremely frustrating just watching expected ship dates get pushed further and further back from certain European parts distributors. If you're wondering why it took a month to get the last episode out, well, there's your reason. And even with all the parts delivered, some expectedly damaged, it was still a long, tedious process. Realizing I had done something wrong and pulling it apart, doing it again. For example, I pulled this engine 3 times for this build. Once for the initial rebuild and 2 more times for small but really critical things that were either an oversight on my part or just simply had to be fixed. So after all this work, the unexpected hiccups, the huge expenses, the overall frustration, was it worth it? Well, just take a listen. Yes, that's supposed to mean yes, it was worth it. Yeah. Right now, this car is like exactly where I wanted it to be. The stock A4 is heavy, the boost just dies right away, so it's slow, and it sounds like a fucking tea kettle. But this, I mean, it sounds amazing, and it just keeps pulling. Like, it just keeps going. This 2867R was a perfect choice for me, and it's quite obvious that the tuning that United Motorsport did for this car is just so good. It makes this just such a fun car that, like, it's not a race car. It's obviously, it's still the heavy A4, but now it's fun. It's like, it's actually fun, and it can actually kind of scare me too. That probably won't last for long, but for now, it's good. No, I don't have any horsepower numbers just yet. I'm a teensy bit afraid to put it on the dyno, but we'll get there, I promise. We'll get numbers for you at some point, but until then, please stop asking. There's one thing I learned from this video series, it's that the B8A4 community is quite a bit larger than I had originally thought. And really, they're all just waiting to see others push the envelope of these cars, me included. If you go on YouTube and search Big Turbo A4, one, you'll probably not find anything on a B8, and if you do, it's most likely just going to be a KO4 video, which is fine, but nothing to this extent. And if you search for B8A4 engine build, well, good luck finding anything. So, hi, I will be your guinea pig. And of course, no, I'm not the only person to do a big turbo and an engine build on the B8A4. There are several out there already. There's a couple of build threads on the internet that I actually followed along with to kind of help get the car to where it is today. But I'd like to do what I can to kind of help progress it and grow the B8A4 performance community. So like I said at the beginning of the video, no, the car isn't done. I've gotten a large chunk of the modifications out of the way that I've wanted to do on this car for a long time, but there's still plenty more that I need to do and that I want to do. I mean, I still have to button stuff up before I do any more modifications, like still needs a hood, so I gotta fix the hood latch. I'm gonna do some interior upgrades, and you know, there's more modifications that I can and want to do on this car. But it's winter and I live in Wisconsin, so it's cold. I don't have a heater in my garage yet, so it's not ideal for working on a car. Plus, this was really expensive, so I gotta wait a little bit before I do any more big things to the car. I'll be back once it's a little warmer out and once I've recouped some of my losses on the car. So we'll call it the end of the first season of the B8 Big Turbo Build series. If you'd like to see more content like this, it would be a huge help if you let me know in the comments. Give the video a like if you like it, and possibly consider subscribing. That'd be a huge help as well. I'll be back with more content like this in the future, more videos of this car, possibly different builds in the future if that's really what you guys want to see. But until then, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Man, that car's loud.